Howdy, everybody. Man, it's only been a week, but it feels like it's been forever. I actually have that nice little nervous energy that you have right before you try to either start a workout or begin a long run that you have kind of been dreading or thinking about for quite a while. And although you want to do it, but you're just really having a hard time getting it started, which is ironic because that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you about that long run because there's something different in and all by itself about it. Because you can't sprint into it. You can't really attack it. You just have to find a way to settle in because it's going to take time. And you're going to have to approach it very differently. You have to respect it. And because we have to respect it, we're going to have different lessons that we learn from it. The long run does not reward impatience. If you go out too hard, you're going to pay for it. If you panic halfway through it, you're going to fade and you're not going to be a happy camper when you start filling those miles towards the end. If we obsess over the miles ahead at the beginning, we're going to lose a rhythm or we just can't stay in rhythm. We got to be patient, and the long run teaches us that. It's not a passive patience, though. It's an active patience. I'm not rushing this. I'm building something. I'm taking it one step at a time, 1 mile at a time, or maybe it's a half mile at a time. When I was training for my first marathon, I had an absolutely wonderful, wonderful training partner, Michael Rodolini. It was not his first rodeo. It was going to be his third or fourth marathon, and it was my first marathon. It was in my hometown, and I was really nervous about it. Oh my goodness. All I remember is this one long run, and it was 19 miles. So it wasn't even, a 20-plus mile long run. It was still building up to that, and it just crushed me. I remember hitting the 12th mile and thinking about, I have 7 miles to go, and even on race day, after I finish this run, I still have 9 miles to go. And so I started crumbling under all that pressure and those thoughts that I was having. At that moment, there was no settling in. There was no ability for me to get a rhythm because I didn't have the experience. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't know what it really took to take something that started cascading badly into something good. And so that was the beginning of when I had to understand that the long run is not about speed, it's about sustainability. And ultimately, our life is going to parallel this. Because life isn't a workout, it's a long run. Seasons are going to last longer and shorter than we expect, but most of the time it's going to be longer. Just like growth is going to take longer than we would like it to. Results arrive later than we think they should. And if you treat life like a sprint, oh goodness, you're going to burn out quick and you're going to burn out hard. Lucky enough, while I'm coaching, I see this all the time because our athletes, they're going to want breakthroughs. They want big jumps. They want big leaps immediately. And we can't get in sports. There's no quick fix. Sometimes we're going to get lucky and we're going to have some good days one after another, but that's rare. So these championships, this confidence, this team culture, those are long run outcomes. They're built slowly and they're built together. Right now, our lives and the teams that we're on, we're in this long run. That's why we've talked about the grind. We've talked about the wall. We've talked about this team building and trust building, this team unity and this patience that we've had through these last couple weeks. And they're all coming to a head now because it's not just a one and done thing. We have to continually choose to do it. We can't just automatically think that because we've done it once, it's good now. We're really trying to fix this relationship with somebody because one of us did something wrong or one of us got offended. It's not a one and done. It's not just apologize and move past it. Rarely do both people or both groups are good after one another apologize. It is a constant work in progress. And yeah, we're probably going to have that fear like, what if they bring it up? What if they throw that in our face again? Or I hope I don't get upset and I don't throw that into their face. Hopefully we're not the one thinking like, I can't wait till I can throw that in their face, because that's not how we want to be. Don't be like that. Please do not be like that. That is bad. If you prefer, I can even use the word toxic. I don't really care for that word. It was overused for quite a bit while I was working in high schools, and oh goodness me, I hated it after quite a while because it started to lose its meaning. And so while we're going through our life and we're going through these seasons, they're going to feel long, and that's good. Because long seasons help make us durable. There's always going to be these short bursts that create excitement, and the long stretches of all this work, it's going to create depth in us, and that's when wins, regardless of it being hard, makes it so much more delicious. So while we're in the middle of this whole thing that just feels like it's taking forever, you just got to stay steady. You don't need to speed up. You do not need to prove anything today. Just keep in the rhythm. trust the pace, trust the build, trust in the long run that you're doing. Because when you look back, you won't remember the single fast mile, which sometimes you will because it was a really memorable thing. But what ultimately you're going to remember is that you stayed and you stuck it out. And that's why you can now run free, run fierce, and run wild. I want to add something a little extra at the end of here because I'm thinking about how we're going off on this meet, this 3-day meet, and we don't take that many kids to it. We make it kind of a big deal of who gets to go. And there's some kiddos that I definitely really kind of wish that we were taking because they're working hard, but they're just waiting on that breakthrough to finally come that they're working so hard on. And I do want you guys to know that me, specifically as your coach, I recognize that, and I really appreciate it. And I also want you to know that your teammates recognize it too. Because when I get a chance to talk with the ones that are going, and we actually talk about the kiddos that didn't make it and how we wish we got to have a few more go. Because not only do we actually like you guys, I know, big surprise, we like our teammates. So don't be going telling everybody about that. But right now we got this really great team. You young men and you young women, you are awesome. You're fun to be around. You're fun to hang out with. And if it wasn't for you guys, this would be really hard to keep coming in and doing, losing all this time with my family, especially with the new one that we got. Because I'll be honest with you, trying to train with you guys while also getting these sleepless nights with this new baby boy that is completely different than the first 2 kids that I had, it's hard. It's draining on my wife. It's draining on me. But you guys are making this well worth it. And I know I usually always make jokes about, well, we won't go into that, but I make jokes to be like, it's just because they... But really, it is because you guys are making it worth it. You guys specifically, you're buying into the program, you're buying into running, and it's making a difference not just for the team, but also for yourselves. And I recognize it, and I see it, and I'm very, very excited to see what you guys are able to do over these next couple weeks, as well as this outdoor season, and especially if you continue it on during the summer season, what you're going to be able to do in the fall. This is exciting, and I want you guys to know that I'm excited and I'm pumped to see what you guys are able to do and get achieved. Thank you.